What is going on, collectors and gamers? Today this is a different video. We're gonna look at PS Portal in 2025. I refuse to buy this or any accessories for PS5 for that matter. I don't know, it's just PS5 is kind of underwhelming for me. It's not like PS4 or I guess PS3 back in the day. I don't know, maybe it's just me, the lack of titles, whatever the case may be. In this one, when it first came out, it was just a streaming device. It's not a standalone device. You need a strong Wi-Fi. You know, there's a lot of things happening that needs to happen, and it feels just like, I don't know, again, like a phone, like a backbone, but it's better. So, but recently there was a sale where I posted it on my channel as well, where if you buy 2 accessories, you get 20% off. And this really intrigued me after owning the Steam Deck. So Steam Deck is my go-to machine now. But you know what, with 20% off, and I also wanted to pick up Edge, you know, because the only games that I played nowadays are sports games and Call of Duty. So with this guy, it comes with a USB. This is all it has, is a USB cord and the Portal itself. So it retails for $200. Now I got it for $160. It feels like a control. I know what it's capable of. I know its limitations. But with that being said, it's still pretty cool. It's still pretty premium. You got the buttons there for the volume. I believe that's the mic. And then in here, you got some buttons, the power button as well. And also the PS button on the side, L1, L2. So you have it's like a controller, but with a big phone or a tablet in the middle. I wouldn't call that a tablet, but the screen is really nice. And as you can see here, it's nice and bright. It's pretty large as well. And when it's connected, when it's working fine, if you have like a good connection, it does play pretty well. I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty impressed. I'm a big fan of Metal Gear. I grew up with Metal Gear. It is kind of touchscreen, but not really. But I just want to show you how it looks like. It feels like it is more suitable for games like this, you know, like older games. Because obviously the graphics is not, it's 1080p, it's not OLED, but the screen is phenomenal. It looks really good. The screen is a nice size as well. The way you hold it in your hand, it feels like an actual PlayStation 5 controller, which is, I would say, in hand, one of the best controllers I've had. I thought it was PS4 up until we get PS5. The volume is pretty loud as well. It's pretty nice. Again, in this kind of games, which is a little older. Well, Metal Gear 2 is not a little older. It's really old. With no graphical improvements whatsoever, it kind of takes me back. I feel like it just makes sense to play this on a device like this, where it's smaller. You don't see all the imperfections compared to a larger 4K HDR TV. In here, it just feels more at home. And on the screen you might see it like on the videos, there's like a little static or something. It's not really the case when you're playing it. The screen is just beautiful. I just died. But I just want to show you the other handhelds that I have. Just looking at the screen here, this is completely touchscreen for Steam Deck. This one, you know, you could, but it mimics the PlayStation 5, so it makes sense that you can't touch, you know, the menus and all that stuff. So you still have to, you know, work the face buttons, kind of like what you're going to do with PS5. While Steam Deck has its own interface, so it does make sense. You see WWE here, and then with the Steam Deck, the way you hold it, actually Steam Deck is not bad, but you have buttons on the back, which makes it feel like, hey, you're holding an Edge controller as well. You got the 2 sticks in the top. I haven't really used the D-pad, but you have some mouse pointer in here. Well, in here, it feels like a PS5. There's really no bad thing about it. And now you have the Switch. Granting it's not OLED, but one of the biggest, I would say, downside to Switch is it's not comfortable in hand. You have to buy a different controller customized, so it would feel like a new generation. While this, it just seems the form factor is there. It's kind of as big as, it's not as bulky as the Steam Deck, but at the same time, you get that good feel. You see the screen size right here, and the screen is so much brighter than the Steam Deck. Well, again, my Steam Deck is not the OLED version, so that might play the case in here. Speaking of case, this is one thing that I'm kind of upset about. Steam Deck has its own case. This is the other item that I got from the sale. It has its own case. Well, this, you have to buy your own case, and it's already $200. I mean, come on, Sony. You don't even need a hard shell. You can throw in a fabric sort of a thing, just to protect it. So once you hold it, as you can see here, I'm holding the edge right now. Of course, it's kind of different because there's buttons in the back, but this just it feels home. Feels home. There you go, guys. It's just a quick unboxing reaction to this PS Portal. Do you need it? No. You can survive without one. I honestly would suggest Steam Deck before buying the Portal. Now, if you have extra funds, you don't mind. I got this for $160, so it's not too bad as alongside with the Edge controller. But had it been, $200 plus tax, $230, the $40 really, I guess it's not that big of a deal, but it kind of makes me feel better picking this up, even though I'll probably just pick this up a few times. But my kids love it. So that's all that matters. If you have two kids that, you can do streaming as well, where if you got a co-op game, one is playing here and, I don't know, maybe downstairs, and the other one is in his room, so that would work as well. If you travel, there's a lot of updates now with PS Portal where you could stream. You need to have the highest tiered for PS Plus. So for somebody like myself who barely plays games, I picked it up for my other games, the older ones, the Resident Evil, where I kind of I don't need the graphic fidelity, and sometimes I just want to play in the couch or in the bed. So that works. Cheaper, nice screen. If you can get it for the right price, go ahead and do so. But thank you for watching. Hopefully you like this. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.